Hi, Allison here with the Oh So Sensitive channel, and I'm recording part 2 in my video series on my favorite fall perfumes. In this one, I will be talking about my designer perfumes. In the previous one, I was talking about my favorite celebrity perfumes to wear for the fall. And to be consistent, this is going to be another top 5. So if you're interested in seeing what those perfumes are, stay tuned, and I'll go ahead and give you a spoiler. All of these are massive compliment getters. I get so many compliments on all of these. So if you want to see which of my top 5 perfumes are also my top complimented perfumes, if you will, then stay tuned. Okay, so let's start with Lancome. Most of the time, when you talk about a fall Lancome perfume, the easy assumption is La Vie Belle or a La Vie Belle flanker. I do have a La Vie Belle flanker in my collection, but I'm not going to be talking about that today. Today, I will be talking about Tresor Midnight Rose. So this perfume, such a massive compliment getter, mostly for men. Men love this perfume. I've had so many men. Well, I don't want to say so many, but most of the men who have smelled this perfume on me really love this and perfume. It's really surprising because this isn't a straight up gourmand. It has some gourmand elements to it, or some foodie elements. It has raspberry in it, but it also has some floral and woody elements. It has rose, obviously Tresor Midnight Rose. I think it also has black currant, which is still another food element because that's another berry. Does it have black currant? I don't I don't know. It might be just the raspberry. And I'm thinking it has black currant because of it being purple. But it definitely has raspberry. It has woods, some wood notes. I think cypress woods. And it also has, I already said it. Why did I just forget it? Rose. It also has rose. But this one is very fresh smelling, according to the men who have complimented me on this. I had one guy just go like, he was just in a confusion of trying to describe this. Like he couldn't put it into words, but he tried his best. He was like, it's so fresh, but and sweet. And oh, it's just so good. So this one comes off as very fresh, but not in a summery way. The woods in this, the rose, the dark fruits keep this one from being quite so zesty fresh. It's not like Dolce & Gabbana's light blue. It's not like, what's another fresh one? I can't think of another fresh one off the top of my head, but it's not very lemony. But it definitely has like something in it that just kind of like wakes you up, opens up your nose, palate, makes you feel caught by its smell in a very aware way. And it's sweet. So I think that's why this one is so popular. Also, the sillage on this, on me, is crazy. I scent the room, basically. If I go into a room and leave that room, that whole room smells like Tresor Midnight Rose. If I ride on the elevator smells like Tresor Midnight Rose. I've had people follow the scent to me to be like, what is that smell? And I'm like, it's Tresor Midnight Rose. I almost want to say this is my number 1 of my fall fragrances. Honestly, it is. I'll just go ahead and say it. And I'm so stressed out because I got the 30 milliliter or the 1 ounce. I only have 1 ounce of this, and look how much I've used. So I got to pace myself. I can't use it up too much. Right now, I try to use it only on Saturdays when I go to church. Haven't been wearing it to work. Next up is a perfume I have talked about before, Elizabeth Arden's Always Red Femme. This one is kind of similar to Tresor Midnight Rose in that it is a dark fruit perfume that has some depth to it and has crazy sillage. For this to be an eau de toilette, the sillage on this is crazy. People smell me before they get to me and they love it. People compliment this one a lot also. This one is reminiscent of Rogue by Rihanna, but it is the much more mainstream and easy to like version. This one has leather in it. It has dark fruits. It has patchouli. But somehow all of those come together in a very smooth, sweet, deep way. This is just smooth, sweet, and deep. It lasts forever. And by forever, I mean the whole day, not like forever, forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. Not like that. But it does last a really long time. People can smell it from quite a distance when you spray it. And the way I spray this is I spray quite a bit. And it's not one of those where if you go spray heavy, it becomes choking. This is just all around so smooth that it just smells good without being choking. It smells far and wide without being choking. That's why I love Elizabeth Arden Always Red. I have the 3.3 ounce bottle. I got this for a deal at TJ Maxx. I had already sampled it at Belk. And when I sampled it at Belk, I was like, oh my goodness, this smells good. And I was just so frustrated because I was like, I wish I could have it. But at the time, I couldn't afford to buy it from Belk. And then I think I actually prayed. Yeah, I prayed about it like, I really want this perfume, Lord. I really want this perfume. Like 2 months later, I saw it at TJ Maxx for $20. And I think the retail price is $60. And I was like, oh, that's still pushing my budget. Because I was kind of broke at the time. But I could afford it and eat on some rice and beans for a while. So I was really excited when I saw this for such a good price at TJ Maxx. And I got it. Such a good deal. And I don't know if I showed the box for Tresor Midnight Rose. But this is the box for Always Red, Femme by Elizabeth Arden. This is the box for Tresor Midnight Rose. I really need to restock on that one and have a backup bottle. Next up is Coco Mademoiselle Intense by Chanel. This one, if I had to do a hashtag, I would say Angel Lately Made Me Buy It. That would be the hashtag because she has talked about this so much and so glowingly on her Instagram and on her YouTube channel that when I ended up being disappointed by Gabrielle Essence from Chanel, I bought that perfume too, and I've been a little hurt by it. It's hurt my feelings a little bit, and my feelings were so hurt. I was like, something needs to be done to rectify this situation between me and Chanel, because right now me and Chanel, we not good. Like, we on bad terms, and I don't want to be on bad terms with Chanel. So to restore me and Chanel's relationship, I was like, Chanel, like, let's try this again. Give me something else. And I remembered that Angel Lately talks glowingly about Coco Mademoiselle, so I got it. And she was right. Me and Chanel are good now. This is a dark, rosy, I would say fruity, but the fruitiness isn't really dominant. The fruitiness is just well blended in this. But dark and rosy is what I get from this. Fruity floral, I guess. I don't know if that works. But it reminds me of my Sofia Vergara Sofia perfume. Except is higher class. Is better. And it's not to say that the Sofia smells cheap. It doesn't smell cheap at all. But this smells like the designer perfume, or the designer version, basically. The lasting power on this is strong. My only issue with this is that I can become anosmic to it. Like, I spray it on me, other people can smell it, but then I can't smell it as much. Even though all of these perfumes that I'm talking about today are compliment getters, honestly, this gets the least compliments. But I think it's because it's reminiscent of a composition that's very popular. The original Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. So many people have that perfume. So many people wear it. So many people have encountered it. Even if they don't wear it, they just know they've smelled it before. So I think because of that, it almost smells common to some people. Or this reminds them of something that smells common. But this is really lovely, really sophisticated, really classy. I feel like I'm running out of ways to describe this and to describe why I like it. But again, this has restored my relationship with Chanel, even though there's a part of me that's still a little hurt by Gabrielle Essence. And this is the box. for Coco, Mademoiselle. What I love about the Chanel boxes is that they come with this insert for your perfume that keeps the box a little bit more sturdy. In my collection of perfumes, since I always keep my boxes, I have started to realize that where some companies cut corners in regards to the packaging is the box. Some companies you end up with a really thin box that's not sturdy at all, but Chanel boxes are sturdy because of that cardboard insert. It's not just the thin cardboard outside that the box is made from. Next up, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, it's 5. I was like, wait, is it 5? But 1 is sitting over here. Next up is a new purchase that I was not intending to make. I went to the store to pick up Gabrielle Essence. No, I went to pick up Eau Premiere by Chanel. I went to get Eau Premiere by Chanel because I had been smelling it for a while and I love it. And when I went, they weren't selling it. None of the stores are selling Chanel Eau Premiere, Chanel No. 5 Eau Premiere. And I just don't know why. But sometimes I have this bad habit. This is not a good habit at all. If I go to the store to buy something and they don't have what I want, I can get so childish. Like, but I came here to get something. I want something. So I'll just buy something to, I guess, calm myself down. So I ended up getting Gabrielle Essence, which just proves that I need to stop being like that because I was so disappointed by it. But while I was there, I sampled YSL Libre. I was just kind of, let me smell this, see what it's like. Shouldn't have done it to myself because it stayed in my mind. I was so obsessed with it. Then on top of that, they gave me a free sample of it in my bag to just make it worse. So I wore it 2 times from the sample because I ended up having 2 samples. But the 2 times I wore it, I was just like, this is so beautiful. Why did I do this to myself? I don't need another one. I ended up going back and getting it. This has orange blossom in it. Most of my favorite perfumes either have orange blossom or black currant. Go figure. But this has orange blossom in it, and the orange blossom mixes with the lavender and the vanilla to just make, in my opinion, such an amazing perfume. It lasts all day. The sillage doesn't last all day, but when I first spray it, the sillage is intense. It takes over the room if I walk into a room within the first hour that I'm wearing this. And I get compliments on it. When people smell this on me, they're like, oh my gosh, you smell good. I've gotten that reaction. Somebody being like, This one gets compliments. This is another one that men really like, but women like it too. But after that hour passes, it sticks really close to the skin. It stays on your skin for a really long time, but it stays close to the skin. But I still love it, even though I prefer for my perfumes to be big and bombastic. I love the smell of this so much that I don't care that this isn't as big and bombastic. And what I've noticed is that a lot of my orange blossom perfumes, the sillage dies pretty quickly for some reason. But again, this is YSL Libre. And last but not least, is it? I said not least, but actually it might be least. It is least. I just felt so comfortable saying last but not least out of habit. But actually this is least. Even though that's not to, I guess, degrade the perfume. But we have Pink Sugar by Aquolina. This one I honestly wear purely because it's a compliment getter. I'm a little over it in a sense. I got this because I saw it at TJ Maxx, and I've seen so many people rave about this perfume and just talk about how amazing it is. And it normally runs for $60 if you get it from Sephora. And I saw it at TJ Maxx for $14. So I was like, yeah. And the crazy thing was I had smelled it at TJ Maxx because every time I saw this, most of the time, it was in a gift set that wasn't wrapped up in cellophane. So I could open up the box and smell this. Whenever I would smell it, I would kind of be like, I don't really, it ain't for me. But because it was so raved about and it was such a good price at TJ Maxx when I ended up seeing it in just a standalone box like this, I was like, why not? So, oh yeah, also because I had gotten hold of the Pink Candy perfume, which is by Mirage, and it is basically a clone. It is Mirage's our version of Pink Candy. Crazy thing is that the Pink Candy perfume fragrance smell, I kind of like it a little better. It's the licorice isn't as strong in this one. The licorice is really strong in Pink Sugar. When I wear Pink Candy, and haven't worn it since I got Pink Sugar, it's just because my mind can't compute anymore now that I have the real version. But when I've worn this, I've gotten a lot of compliments and I've gotten some long hugs when I've worn the Pink Candy perfume, which is the imitation of Pink Sugar. I've gotten some hugs that started off like, hey, hi. So this one is very much a compliment getter, either one. But when I wear Pink Sugar, that's the one I only wear now. The Pink Candy now I just kind of keep here out of habit. Sometimes I spray it as a room spray. But Pink Sugar, so many people love this when they smell it on me. I get a lot of compliments. It's very sweet. It's cotton candy in a spray bottle, basically. Super, super candy-like, which makes sense since its imitation version is called Pink Candy and the original version is called Pink Sugar. And this is by Aquolina, in case I haven't mentioned that before. But this one is super sweet, easy compliment getter, and basically I end up wearing it as an easy reach. If I'm rushing out of the door and I just don't have time to think about what to wear, and it's fall or winter, I can easily reach for this. And even if it's not a perfume that puts me in a, oh my goodness, headspace, I know it will be pleasing to the people around me. So that's why I end up wearing it, even though a part of me is kind of like over it. I don't think I was ever under it. Well, I think I was kind of under it just because I loved Pink Candy so much. So when I transitioned to this, I still loved that it reminded me of Pink Candy, but after a while, I became honest with myself about the fact that the licorice in here is very strong. The licorice note is very strong to me. But I will never get rid of this perfume. I'll probably replace it in the distant future when I run out of it. I think it's going to take me a while to use it up because I don't have to be spray heavy with that one. The sillage is intense. The lasting power is intense. It lasts a really long time. So I'm going to have it for a while. And when I run out of it, I'm sure I will replace it because another way that I can use it is as an easy nighttime scent. It does have like a sweet sweetness. Am I saying that right? Sweet warmth to it. I think I was trying to say warm sweetness to it. Yes, it has a warm sweetness to it that works perfectly for bedtime in the winter or when it's cold in your room. In the winter, once I move to turning on the heat, I won't wear this because I don't really like wearing this in smelling this in hot temperatures. But when it's the summertime, honestly, and you got your air conditioning on at full blast and you're like, this is the perfect perfume to wear and get under the covers and just fall asleep. It just smells sweet and warm like that. Okay, so that concludes this video. This one went longer than the other one did. I had so much to say in this one. But thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed my video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being a subscriber. And if you're not, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like it. Bye.